Hey everybody. Hey everybody. I am truly sorry I'm late. We had Be More Fit on our show today. We got Be More Fit coming in on our show today. I apologize for being late. I got to witness one of our students perform at the Barnes Foundation tonight. So that is the reason why I'm late, but we made it to Friday, everybody. Guest this week is Be More Tough with the flyest and custom art rugs.
Hey y'all, we made
Based
it.
in Baltimore, Maryland, this black-owned rug company gives you all the flavors that you need. Whether you want a custom Nike, a custom celebrity, or a picture of yourself, logo for your business or your favorite sports team, Be More Tough has you covered in art. Jump on it because his commissions is open for this month. Also buy his ready-made items on his site.
We gonna be
At
shopping
9:30,
live.
we'll be shopping live with Be More Tough. Meet us at 9 p.m. ABE Black Business Live.
Hey, ABE Black Business Live. My name is Mika Johnson, curator of all black everything. Listen, this is how it goes. From right now to about 9:40, because we got 10 minutes, we 10 minutes late, so about 9:40, we are going to hear about a black business entrepreneurship, their journey, and tonight's guest is Be More Tough. This is a black-owned company that makes rugs, custom art rugs. Do you hear me? So I just want to know how you start making rugs, right? Then the second half, what makes ABE different from any other live show is that we shop live with him tonight. His name is Jamal. He's the owner of Be More Tough, and we shop live with him in our little ecosystem. Little, like, we 200 strong ecosystem called ABE, and we keep that dollar circulating in our community. Listen, y'all, about to bring on, without further ado, Jamal of Be More Tough. Jamal, I sent the request.
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing? I'm sorry I'm late.
No worries, I'm good. No worries, it's a Friday, so no worries.
That's what's up. Listen, tell everybody your name. Tell them the name of your company. Tell them where they can find you. Let's go.
So, hello everyone. My name is Jamal. Most people in Baltimore know me as Speedy, my other life, but we'll talk about that later. But you can find me on Instagram under Be More Tough. That's Be More, BMORE, TUFT. Same thing on Facebook, and pretty much any other social media app. Or my website at BeMoreTough.com.
Okay. Listen, let's get right into it. I'm so excited and so hyped. Listen, Jamal, how the hell you start making rugs? Let's go.
Right. That's always the number one question. So it's weird. So like I tell everyone, to be honest, I started from TikTok. So, when the pandemic hit, my day-to-day is IT. I work in cybersecurity. So for me, I transitioned from being in the office to working from home. So, during the pandemic, I'm telling my wife, like, I need like an outlet, because every day turned into like Groundhog's Day. Get up, I turned one of my rooms into an office, and I just go in there barely putting pants on every day. So it's like, I need a break. So saw someone doing it on TikTok. I'm normally on there just for like, the dad jokes and the laughing. So when I saw someone doing it, I'm like, wow, okay, I think it's something I can do. So I told my wife, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to start making rugs. So she was like, okay, like it was random as hell. So I ordered the tufting gun. I built the frame with my cousin, and, I started making the rugs. At first, it was just.
Hold on. What was your first rug, Jamal?
Actually, my first rug, and it's funny because I didn't get to finish because my first rug, I put a hole in it. I actually made a rug for my wife. She has a CBD company called BGUB. So of course my first one will make a rug of her logo.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
so,
Shout out to the wife.
yeah,
Shout out to the wife. I love y'all. I love when y'all come
yeah,
on here and y'all be married. Yes. All right,
yeah.
so go ahead. What's the name of her company? Shout out
So
her
it,
name
yeah,
again.
it's Jennifer. It's BGUB.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's another company that started. Well, started before pandemic. So, yeah. So I ended up putting a hole in it, but so then I started making other rugs for like family and friends. I'm telling my friends just give me ideas, and I'm just giving them away. And then my friends and family started encouraging me to start selling them. So, and I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm gonna turn this into a business because it was just a hobby. I really was like just to get away. I was doing it in the basement, but yeah. Then it blew up to this a year later, and actually, this month makes 1 year since I've been doing it. So,
Amen. Ain't
yeah,
that God? Ain't that how
yeah,
like God
yeah,
move and work? Listen, this 1 year journey that you went on. First of all, so many people. This is our second season of ABE Black Business Live.
Mhm.
You are probably like, I guess this is like the sixth. This is like the 6th month, right, or the 7th month of now. 7th is
yeah,
July 1st, right? So all these different Black businesses that started during the pandemic. Let's
yeah.
go. Why do you think they started? Why do you think you had that extra time, energy? What was it that made you start your business during the pandemic? Let's go.
So I think one of the main things was because everyone was home and they didn't have the outlet of being out, ripping and running. And I think and I think a lot of people realized that job security wasn't as strong as they thought it might be. So, and also you realize that even if your job security was good, you realize that other people are being let go left and right. So you start to think about you know your livelihood and make sure that you have multiple streams of income coming in. So, and I think it just also just got a lot of people creative mind going. Because when you home, stuck in the house, everyone had to go through for a year, 2 years. It really gets either you're going to hate who you in the house with, or you're going to something positive is going to come out of it. So
Yep.
yeah, I think
It's
that
so
helped a
many
lot.
things. I love these stories of the pandemic. Like people just like switching it. You got people in the comments like, "Yeah, soldier." So like, listen, what I'm saying to you is like this 1 year journey. Like this has only been a year. It's something for you to make rugs. A Black man making these rugs, and they fly as shit. Like they
Thank you,
not like
thank you.
corny, right? So like, what do you think? Like, do you think if the pandemic never happened, you would have never like did this? Like, what do you think made you like really take it serious? Let's go.
Yeah, I think I will say I probably wouldn't. I'm more technical. It's funny because my wife, she gets on me when I say, like I don't really consider myself an artist because I'm more technical. I'm more like I do my edits in Photoshop. So like I said, I work in IT. But so I think for me, I probably wouldn't have, started it. Like I said, it started for a hobby for me because I was just really truly looking for an outlet. I just needed something to break up me, going and sitting in my office working and on these Zoom calls, so I just needed something to just break that up. So for me, I think the pandemic, I know it's not for everyone else, but it was sort of a blessing for me, because I was able to kind of get some things and together, and I am blessed and thankful that my job allowed me to switch from being in person into permanently work from home. So, because I already know I wouldn't be able to still do this because my job is, I live in Baltimore, so my job is in Laurel, so which is, 40 minutes each way. So I
Okay.
know with the time management, I wouldn't be able to still do this. So that's why, I do count my blessings. I'm thankful every day that I am able to do this.
This technical part, it goes into doing these rugs. Let's go. Let's talk
Yeah,
about how you
yeah.
make rugs. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think the part that really helps me with being technical is the carving aspect. I use a lot of scissors, to kind of carve when I put each layer of color. And I think at first I wasn't doing. That's why I love making rugs because I learn each time I complete a rug, I learn more, technique. I get better at it. And I think for me, the technical aspect comes with me using the scissors and carving each line to really show kind of the detail and kind of bring it more to life. So I think that part really helps being technical.
It is. It's like
Yeah.
it's almost like God was like, listen, he brung out a gift in you
Yeah.
that you probably wouldn't have known that you had.
Yeah.
So like when your wife say that you're an artist, Jamal, listen to your wife. You an artist because people can make rugs and not look as good as your rugs. It's something in you that like this is bringing out that makes it like known, like you are art. This is art.
Right. Okay. Yep. I agree with that.
So now let's go. What was the rug that set you off? Like, when did you start saying like, wifey, this is a business now?
So,
like, go ahead.
So I think, so it's tough. So I think the rug that really made me say I'm ready to start this business was, you remember the movie Dead Presidents? Mm-hmm. I did the like kind of like it was a scene where it's a picture where they have the gun and they have the mask on when they go to rob. Well, not like the paint. And that one, when I completed that with the gun, I was like, oh wow, like I think this is going to be something. So I think that one, and then once I started it, actually you can see this rug here. You actually caught me in the middle of working on the rug. So this one was like, I'm actually doing this for someone that ordered it, but that one let me know that okay, this is really this is big business because the reaction I got from it. Yes. So that one, I think that one set off. There's another one that did cost. There's a couple of my favorites kind of changed.
All right, what was your first favorite? And now what's your favorite one now? Go ahead.
My first favorite was the Kobe Bryant portrait by default because I was a huge Kobe Bryant fan, still am. So when I did the first portrait, I ended up doing maybe 2 or 3 of them for people ordering them, but that one was like, that was my favorite at first. And then I did a cause one that I loved. I think the ones
that clause one is amazing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, because it's like him in the sea. It's like it kind of showing that. I think I'm really starting to fall more in love with kind of the abstract ones. The more the ones that have the color, because I love the reaction that I do get because a lot of times I'm vending at like the farmers market, and I may see people might be from like all the way across the street or far away, and they'll see the colors. And I love how it just draws them in like a magnet. So I think I love doing a lot of the rugs that has a lot of color. I will say the Harlem Nights one is a strong favorite as well. So
the Harlem. I mean, that's a classic. Definitely. You can watch it anytime. It's like you never watched it.
Yeah.
I want to talk. So let's talk about your upbringing. Black man doing his thing. NIT. Have a whole nother business, has a wife, has a family. Let's talk about how you got here. Let's go.
Yeah, so I was raised in East Baltimore. If you're from East Baltimore, at least around my neighborhood, I grew up the hill, is what we call it, in the valley. There's up the hill and then down the hill. So born and raised, mother and father, off of Preston Street. I will say, the way I lived, the area I lived in, I always felt like I had 1 foot in and 1 foot out, which was a blessing. Where, they call like my area the valley, which is sad, but because we had grass. Our block kind of started where the houses had the grass. Where if you go 2-3 blocks down, it's a whole different neighborhood. So for me, I always appreciated it because I got a lot of street sense, but I also had that foundation from my mother and father to keep me, right. And plus I have a older cousin, shout out to Johnny, more like a brother, that was
what's his name?
Johnny Grimes.
Shout out to Johnny.
Yeah, he kept me on a straight path. He was more like, my mother and father, they out partying, he wanted them old heads you couldn't curse around. So so my upbringing, I've seen a lot, been through a lot, which made me appreciate things a little bit more and be humble about things. Met my wife maybe about 12 years ago. Before that, I was giving parties in town with friends I grew up with. So once I got past that chapter, I met my wife, and we've had 2 kids. Since then, we've been married. Next year, it'll be 10 years. Yeah, so that's pretty much. I know I'm skipping through a lot of things in my life.
But like you and your wife have jobs, and then y'all entrepreneurs. How do you think that is showing your sons? Let's go.
Yeah, so it's funny because we always say like how we were raised as, our parents was raising us, to, you go get your 9 to 5, you save for your 401k, and that's your life. It was never really a push for us, and that's not necessarily a knock for them, but it's just that wasn't pushed for us. So now, because she inspired me as well because she actually left her corporate job to start her company. So, for me, with the kids seeing us now and seeing us have to, I guess create content, if you will, for Instagram and social media, and now, they're being raised in social media age. They kind of respect it now. So, and they are also like, well, they want to do YouTube stuff, playing the game. So at first we're like, we try to not always have this old mindset of like, YouTube is nothing. You don't need to go on YouTube. It's like, you know what? Let's kind of foster that and, buy them some things, equipment too, because you never know what can happen. But as long as we monitor it and we pay attention and make sure that it's not too much for them, but, pushing them down that lane, starting early. So hopefully, them seeing us, starting this business, are both businesses that they'll want to start something down the line as well.
This technology, I mean, it's tech. I mean, you're in tech, and they're going to be in tech. It's no way about it. It's no way to. I tell people, like you said, like the old school is old, baby. It's no getting around it. This gaming, this Twitch, all of this is going to be reality. Yeah. Basically, so just give them a head start on it, and I love that y'all are promoting that head start. Right. So let's get back to these rugs. Yeah. All right. So Jamal, how much do the rugs range from? How long does it take? Like you have 3 behind you. Let's get into the art of it. Like how long do it take? How do different ones make you feel? How do you start the process? Let's go. Yeah. So it's always the hot topic, and it's a topic that I kind of often struggle with. So yes, it's $30 a square foot. That's the base price. Price is based off of size and the complexity of the rug. So, I try to explain this to people that, for something like, say like a Peloton, the Peloton bikes, a lot of people order the Peloton logo to put in their home gym or whatever. That's a simple logo. Wow. And it's only, so I did maybe 2 or 3 of those, and it's only 2 colors. It's a simple, and it'll take me longer. It'll probably take me 5 to 10 hours to do it. So I can knock it out. No. Go back. That's not long. So it's not long when you compare it to when I have like this rug I'm doing here. This one is going to take 30 hours at the least. 5 to 10 hours, y'all. Jamal said 5 to 10 hours is like a small amount of time with making these rugs. Wow. Yeah, so I do them after. So pretty much when I'm finished with my 9 to 5, I'll come in the garage or the basement, and I'm probably putting 5 or 6 hours in. So it's like I have 2 jobs. But like I always say, to understand the cost, you got to kind of understand the labor because I'm putting in a lot of time, a lot of hours. So a lot of and it's time away from the kids, and my oldest is playing basketball. So it's some days when I'm taking him to practice or he has a game. Like I said, I'm married, so I'm still have to date my wife. So my main issue right now is time management. But to get back to the price, I know I kind of went off topic, but like I said, it's $30 a square foot. Depending upon how complex it is when I'll increase the price. So for instance, like the Harlem Nights, that one is $350, and it's funny because some people say I don't charge enough. Some people say it's too high for people. So it's like trying to find that balance. And this one is $240. The Love Being Me is $240. But for tonight, I'm taking $20 off of both because for the live we're doing. But that's what's up. Yeah, so I feel like I felt the sweet spot with my pricing right now, like because I don't have a lot of inventory at this point. But like I tell everyone that even though on my website probably 90% of it is sold out, I can recreate unless I've tagged it one of one. I'll tag some of one of one where I just won't recreate, but I'll make a different version of it. So let me get the comments. Somebody said, love your work. That's Mecca May. Thank you, Mecca May.
Thank you. Thank you.
EGB 55, definitely worth it. Yes, it is,
Thank you.
Charles.
Yes.
Somebody said facts. And then somebody, retro flat facts.
Oh,
Retro
my cousin.
said, I guess I ain't do nothing. I guess that's when you was talking about your life.
That's my other old head. So him and Johnny, the difference is he didn't live with us, but no, that's my other old head. That yeah, he gave me some of my pre-marriage game. I give him credit for that.
Amen. Shout out to you. Yes, love the work. PP03 salute. A true artist. They cracking up. Listen, so let's get back to it. So this 5 to 10 hours, like I could be in North Carolina in 10 hours. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's a nice amount of time. How does it go by quick? Like how does that time go? Let's go.
So like I said, I'm probably about 5 or 6 hours. So like for this one here, the abstract one I'm doing, like so right now I'm probably about 13 hours in, and so I'm like up to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, doing it. So, but even past the part of making it, there's a whole step past it. Like I put carpet adhesive on the back to kind of.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah. So I first,
what you do first.
So first step is, I take the image and I project it through a projector to project it onto the fabric. So from there, I use a marker and I sketch it on, trace it on to the fabric. So that way I
take that tape?
So it depends. Like for this one, it takes about for this one took about maybe 30 to 40 minutes to sketch it on. So then from there, I'm using, I kind of figure out what colors I'm going to use pre-hand, but I got to make sure I have enough, because it's worse when I run out and I have to run to Joann's. But from there, I start working, and I'll start with the tufting gun. There's a tufting gun that I use, and I'll show you in a second, that I use.
Okay.
A lot of people think that. So what I've learned is that there's crocheting, and then there's punch needling, and then you have tufting. Punch needling is I think it's the closest to tufting, but punch needling is very manual. It's you actually using your hand each one. With tufting, it makes it much faster when you're using a gun. You're still spending a lot of time, but I just can't imagine doing. I've seen some people make incredible rugs simply off punch needling. It takes forever. So from there, once I'm completed and made it, like I say, but during the process, I'm using scissors or clippers to kind of carve and sharpen it and make it, the lines look more crisp. From there, I put carpet adhesive on, and depends on.
What's carpet adhesive?
So carpet adhesive is Roberts. I think it's $30.95. It kind of it keeps the yarn attached to the fabric, so that like right now.
Is it a
no?
brush?
So it's actually I'm using a spatula, and I'm dip it and wiping it on. So from there, if it's not sunny outside and I have to keep it indoors, it'll take maybe 2 or 3 days to dry. If it is sunny out, I set it outside, maybe in the driveway in my backyard, and it takes maybe 2-3 hours. So that's why the time difference matters. So from there, it's a whole nother process past that, when I'm using sheep shears to kind of trim down the rug. So right now, what I need to start doing better is showing, before and after on my site of, each step. But when I use the sheep shears and I put an additional backing on the back.
It gotta be dry when you use the sheep shears.
Yeah,
right?
it has to be dry. Yeah.
When you use it.
So it has to be dry. So when I put the sheep shears, and then even that part, I'm using scissors and to kind of trim it and carve it more. Some of the areas that I need to sharpen up. So from there, it's pretty much ready. But what I also do is I put hooks on the back of all of mine to give people the option to hang it. So this is made of acrylic yarn, not wool. So acrylic yarn is like synthetic yarn. It's not natural wool yarn. So it's not really meant for heavy foot traffic, because you can't machine wash these as if you could machine wash or clean a wool rug. So I put hooks on the back of it to give people the option to hang it. Because how many houses do you go in and you actually see someone with art on what is actually a rug and it's not a painting? So that's why I give people the option. You can still place it on the floor. I always tell folks to put it in a low foot traffic area,
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
you don't have that issue.
Because
And you
it's
want to
art.
walk on this anyway.
Yeah, like why would you want to? Like people
Yeah.
have like candles and pens they don't even write with because they so pretty, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I really like I love how you was like they put the Peloton on the wall. People get like their favorite sports team on their wall. Like
Mm-hmm.
the sneakers, because that's where I met you at the sneaker exhibit. Shout out to Shia.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to you is this is a whole new avenue and lane.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. So Jamal, come on, let's talk about it because you got celebrities with your stuff. Let's go.
Yeah. It's funny because when people do like when I'm vending, some people are. I love that they're initially shocked by it. They're like, wait, these are rugs. I'm like, yeah, I was just shocked by it. It's like how you was when I first realized these are. You can make rugs like that because you just never think about making like realizing you can make a rug. And then when I found myself looking at rugs in my house, like, oh, and I see it says tufted. I'm like, oh, they, some people maybe use a machine, so that's kind of like, I love it because it's different, it's different from the rest. Now I did realize that there is a lot of people that do, make, tufted rugs. A lot of them are, not a lot of people locally. I do know I've come across some. But there's some people out there that I love it because it's levels to it. Now, some people, and I really call them fiber artists. They make incredible work. And I love that, I play sports in high school. So for me, I love that you get out of it what you put in. So the more you practice, the more you work at it, you become better. And then you're able to see, people, reach certain levels. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I need to add it. Even when some people tough and punch needle on a rug. So I would love to get to that point where I'm the small detail I'm using the punch needle, because some things I can't just, it's more difficult to do because like I said, I'm using a tufting gun that makes it difficult to get smaller details. The bigger it is, the easier it is I can, get more detail. But yeah, I'm loving it.
I love that you're into this because I can see it. Like I can see it. Like I'm a break. When I do ABE pop up September, I gotta bring you and your family to Philly. I gotta bring y'all because I see it. Like I just came from the Barnes Foundation. I don't know if you know what that is. That's like a museum, right? It's
okay.
It's a museum, but I can see it like art. Like when you said like I put it on the wall, like putting it on the wall and making it art. Like that's what people are doing with it. That's how it looks. What do you think and what do you see in the future for Be More Tough? Let's go.
Yeah, so it's like I say, it's been a year this month, so I've had a lot of different ideas. One, I don't want to say far-fetched because it can be attainable. Who knows, from day to day. But I did want to kind of, at some point, a storefront. I can kind of envision me in the back making them. With family or friends, making a rug while we have people from shop for different, artistic rugs. But I do have a few, ideas that I don't want to speak on just yet, but I have some kind of teaching, ideas, but more in a fun way, if you will, that I want to start pretty soon. I do at some point want to do like a gallery, if you will, like an exhibit type of thing. Have family and friends come out and, but the main thing, like I said, my issue is time management. So it's like, how do you balance, taking in new orders, and also, taking time to make things for yourself that you want to display. So, but yeah, so once I get a handle of time management, I'll be able to kind of
Jamal,
put some of those ideas out.
Track Tufton.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Yeah. It could be, they could be smaller, but it's so much things like I see it. Like I really do see that exhibit. And we had you probably know him, but we had the Black Genius Art Show on here. He has a space.
I got his shirt on, actually.
Yes. Shout out to Brian. Brian. Listen, he has an art space. Like that's nothing. That's nothing but love. Like go there, do a whole show. That would be so funky.
Yeah, I've been there. I actually went there maybe 2 weeks ago for an art show that someone was having.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see
yeah,
your stuff.
yeah.
I mean, have it, have a collection, have it what you want it to be, and
Mhm.
that thing will be funky, fresh,
Yeah,
fly. I
yeah.
mean,
Thank you. Yeah, I think
yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have a lot. I have a lot of ideas, that I want to kind of flush out at some point for sure.
I think that, I think sometimes with entrepreneurship, since we do everything, I think it's the part of, like you said, like the time management. Like, I wish I had a resource for you.
Right.
Like everybody is, how can I say this? Everybody is not creative, but they have a
Mhm.
skill that could probably help us reach further things. And I
Right.
know it's something that, and know it's a resource that can give you like that time management. So you could be like, okay, this, and this. But I don't know what it is, but I'm
Yeah.
speaking it into the existence,
I
into the
appreciate it. Yeah.
atmosphere.
No, I actually have a friend of mine that I'm trying to push to kind of get into it as well because, to be honest, I get a lot of logo requests, which I don't mind doing a logo request, but if it was my way, I wouldn't accept them only because I don't get a lot of enjoyment out of doing the logos. I get enjoyment, because like I say, it started off as a hobby for me. So, and I don't want it, even though it's birthed into a business. I still want to keep the hobby as the hobby love and feeling for it. And it's sometimes when my wife would tell you, I just get, sometimes I get burnt out, and I think a lot of
What's
times.
the ones that you love to do then?
So I love to do like kind of like the abstract ones, the affirmation ones. I really love the portraits. I want to get more into the portraits. Like I've seen
Oh, when
someone.
you did the girl in her son.
Yeah. So I want to kind of get more into the portraits. I've seen someone that done a really really it looks like kind of 3D portrait of someone that I'm like, it was so amazing. I want to get more into the portraits, and and a lot of it is me, So when I do portraits, I like to kind of bring out what they call a vector in the face to make the face so it's like different. So you might have a picture that like my forehead might be a little more shinier right here in the picture, so it kind of I like to bring that out. So finding a way to take images because some of the images need to be a little more. The resolution needs to be strong enough because, like I say, I'm not drawing this. I'm using Photoshop to kind of edit them, and bring out the vectors. So I feel like once I fine tune that, and get it just right for me, I'll really be able to tackle a lot of the portraits.
Yeah, somebody said Marvin Gaye
Oh
don't get
yeah,
one yet.
I made a Marvin Gaye. I should have brought it. Someone bought it. It's in the actually he bought it. It's in the
Amen.
house. Yeah, it's in the
That's my
house.
guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
genius art show. I'm going through the comments tomorrow
yeah,
real quick.
yeah.
Everybody said hey. Everybody said hey. Still
I
wait.
can't see the
Somebody
comments.
said still waiting on my Biggie and Temple.
Wait, I can't see the comments. I know who said that. I can't see the comments, but I know who
Yeah,
said
that's what
that.
I'm just going
Yeah,
through. Somebody said
yeah.
you're dope. Still waiting on my Erica Badu. They
Okay.
coming at you, Jamal.
So yeah. So it's funny because just like the Erica Badu, that's another one where it's like, trying to find an image so that I can vectorize it, if you will, in Photoshop so that I can do it. And then some things like for instance, Erica Badu, she asked for that. That's someone I know, and we had a conversation back and forth. But a lot of the requests, my skill has to be there. Like I don't feel comfortable.
Amen.
I don't
Say
feel
that,
comfortable doing
Jamal.
something that I think not going to be right.
Jamal.
Yeah.
One more time for the people in the back. Say that again.
Yeah, your skill has to be there. Like someone sent me a portrait request recently through my custom order from my website, and I was working for days, trying to make it right. It was two kids, but I had to tell them like, unfortunately, like I just can't, get it to look the way that I need it to look for me to, transition it into a rug. So some things is just out of my skill set, and I don't mind recommending you to someone else, but I don't want people to take it to slight. It's just not in my skill set. I don't even want to, because even the one that you mentioned that you saw was a mother and her daughter. It took me 3 different times to get that right. Like I had to, and this isn't like something I can start and a lot of times I have to scrap the whole thing. That means I have to ball up the fabric, throw it away, and I have to trace it again and try different. So that was like my third or fourth attempt on that one. So, some of them, and I'm realizing, as I go, I'm learning a lot more. So some I can look at immediately and say, that's not going to be doable. And I don't have a problem saying like, because I don't want to, because I've had someone when I first started, I did it for them and they didn't like it. And, they said, I'm like, fine. At this point, like, I'm not, tripping because like I said, I'm still learning a lot from each one, so that's why now I can better see what I can do, what I can.
I love that. I think that's my snippet for this live. I pull snippets. If you have to know your skill set and where you are at, and it's not a bad thing. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
You're self-taught. Like you are YouTube University, TikTok University.
Exactly.
But then God put that gift, child. See, God can put something in you, and you be like, where does this come from? And then He gave you the gift. He gave you the hands to do everything that you're doing. So do you have somebody that you want to like tenor or mentor, or do you have a mentor or anybody like that? Let's go.
So I don't necessarily have a mentor myself, but I have they don't realize that they're mentors to me. Some people that I don't know, but there's some people that's on IG or YouTube that I follow. I do a lot of research. So with in my career, I'm researching. Like I'm self-taught in IT, so I'm always like Googling and researching. I'm up real late trying to teach myself things. So for me, I found a lot of different people that on IG or YouTube that's actually teaching different techniques. And like I say, even the carving aspect. When I first started, the first few months I wasn't doing it at all. Didn't know anything about it. Now I can't do a rug without carving it. I can see the total difference. So I don't necessarily have anyone that know that they're my mentor. I follow them a lot, and I might ask questions. I ask a lot of questions. But I do have, like I said, I have a friend of mine that I'm trying to push to get involved as well. For them to learn to do it, because I think I do recognize it as a skill, but I do think that it's a taught skill. I don't think that it's impossible for anyone to learn. I think just like, playing basketball, I feel like anybody can play it. Well, can anybody make the NBA? No. But I do think it's something that you can learn, and, do often, for fun. So, I do have someone that I do want to kind of push, towards, learning more, to help me out too, like I say, for the logos.
Okay. Listen, I'm going to just read the comments real quick. Only do what you love. People love what you have to offer. Somebody said, right, it's important to recognize your skill set strengths. Yes, it is.
Thanks.
It is. It's more genuine to only take commissions that you're fully passionate about and can execute. And then someone said, tell them with a heart.
Okay.
That's your wife. And then, so everybody is loving this conversation. I'm loving this conversation. I knew I was going to have a great conversation with you, because I mean, like, who do you know that makes rugs? Like, you are the first. Look, you are the first person on here with something so unique and genuine. So all right, we're gonna transition, y'all. I know it's 9:50. Can I get 10 minutes over 10 from you, because I'm 10
good.
minutes late, if that's good. Okay, so now your celebrity, like, how are you getting these people? Like I seen Wallow and all like, how do you get that traction? Because you have a lot of people that like you on Instagram and these things. Go ahead, let's go.
So the Wallow purchase was very, very random. So I actually went with I was vending at an event, and he just happened to walk in. Give a shout out to Todd Cox Events. It was his first vending event that he put together. And I think Wallow came from someone else. He came in and he was actually walking around and he was purchasing from other vendors as well. He came up and, he loved the rugs. He was like, oh, this is dope. So he wanted Lauryn Hill. And I had to actually get a picture with him holding the Lauryn Hill, so he was loving the Lauryn Hill. I have another guy that plays for the Detroit Lions, and that came about from word of mouth. I'd actually said it's a picture of a dog that I did. It's about 4 feet long. So actually, I did a rug for another friend of ours. Their son was having a baby, and I made it's like Baby Carter. It's just a cloud with the name Baby Carter, and they gave it to him at the baby shower. And their son plays in the NFL, and his friend played and saw it and loved it, so they commissioned me to make the dog rug for him.
That's what's up.
So and I have a few others that just came about from shout out to another like word of mouth is where it's at. And I have one of my homeboys that I grew up with. He's been behind the scenes, promoting me, working, and he has another celeb. I don't want to speak about it just yet, but that I'm actually, once I finish these, I'm gonna work on maybe about 2 rugs for them that they want. So, and I think that one's going to be huge. So, word of mouth is where it's at.
Word of mouth. Somebody said, great question. Thank you. Vending definitely is great for networking. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yup. I mean, the thing about it is everybody doesn't have a family or friends that tell people and be enthusiastic about it. See, it's a difference. Some people can talk about your rugs, but don't have that enthusiasm about it that makes people want to buy it. Or some people don't have a personality to do that. So word of mouth is great, but when it's purposeful,
and it helps me a lot because for me, I'm not really good at sales. I'm more like I'd rather just stick in and make it and say, because it's something that like I forget to keep. Like I need to repost these and let people know that they're for sale. A lot of I just get caught up in making them. So that's why I appreciate. Some people may say they get frustrated because they're not getting the support. I will say I've been blessed to have my friends and family. They support me heavy, and I appreciate. I just shout out to all of them. It's too many to name, but any retweet, not retweet, but any repost or anything that they've done. I get a lot of friends that buy. They actually, it's not this. They take it a step further. And actually buy my rugs. So, I definitely appreciate that and blessed that I do have that support, for my family and friends.
I love it. Listen to what I'm saying to y'all. We about to transition into the live. Right down there is shop with bemoretuff.com is pinned. If you can't see it, just let me know. I'll pin it again. But right now, anybody coming in, we about to shop live with Be More Tough. This is Jamal, owner of Be More Tough. You are watching ABE Black Business Live. My name is Mika Johnson. I'm the curator of All Black Everything, and this is how it goes down. At 9:54, because we late, we are going to shop right now live with Be More Tough. He's going to give us the prices. He's going to show us. She's going to give us some details on the item. Tell us about it, and we are going to shop live with him tonight, this weekend, and forevermore. And because he is so gracious, he's giving us $20 off his beautiful art custom rugs.
Yeah.
Listen, ABE, when I have my guests on here, they always hook us up. And I'm just so happy that they offer us just something special. That's all I'm saying. All right, so give us the first one, Jamal.
Okay, so we have, and I'll bring it up. We have the Hall of Nights rug. So I'll bring it, hope you guys can see it. So I'm going to pick it up here. So this one is $350, but for tonight it's $330. So this is the one that's for sale. I also have, and like I say, they all come with hooks to hang them. And if you can see, I'm going to try to pick it up. I try to get the detail of the card down at the bottom, and with the Hall of Nights at the bottom. So just imagine this in your man cave, in your basement, somewhere down there, or when you're walking out, just imagine someone saying, wow, is that Hall of Nights in your house?
All right, you got to keep it up. So look. This is $330 tonight. It's usually $350. So bring it back up right where you had it. Can you bring it back up, Jamal? Yup. Yeah. Beautiful. Right there. So this is so far. You get so many hearts. Tonight's rug from Be More Tough is $330 tonight. Listen, it's usually $350. Harlem Nights, this, I can see this in someone's movie room. I can see this in somebody's living room if they got a funky fly black or red leather chair. You know what I'm trying to say? This thing is fly.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, they got the car down there. It is totally beautiful. Now, he has hooks on the back so you can hang it. So you can hang it like art, or you can put it in a low traffic area. Okay? Yeah. This is not to be stepped on all the time. Unless you want to keep buying them. I mean,
so you can see the hooks on the back here. I'm not sure if you can see the hooks. So I put enough.
Beautiful.
Yep. So I put a lot of different hooks on the back of them. So
stay right there, Jamal. Let me see. Let's look at this back. So look at this. So these are the hooks, y'all. So the hooks that he chose, these are D hooks.
Yeah.
So they're gonna lay flat. So if you want to lay it on the ground, they're not gonna make it pucker or anything.
Exactly.
But it's still flat to the ground. So, but if you want to hang it, baby, you can hang it up too. He has enough for the weight of each one, so you can hang it up properly and it can look very nice on your wall. Yes, somebody needs to cop that. So tonight is $330, usually $350. These are for a sale. Let's talk about this real quick, this Harlem Nights. What made you do the Harlem Nights one, Jamal?
So I kind of want to get more into iconic black films. It's funny saying it now. Like I a lot of times when I'm out, I say you have to be born in the 1900s to understand this weird saying that makes us feel old. But I made another one, but it sold maybe a few weeks ago when I was vending. So from the movie Radio Raheem from I forget the name. Yeah. So I had the Love Hate one. So that's when I was going down the lane. Like I said, I did the Dead Presidents. I want to get in more of those, those types of rugs where it's like, the iconic, black exploitation films, if you will. For us, I want to celebrate them more. So I wanted to get more into that. So
black
I can say,
film. Oh, that could be your first opening. Then you can have the picture of whatever the movie card was, like the movie graphic, and then the thing next to it hanging on the wall and on the floor. I see it. I see it.
Yeah. I have a lot. So I have like a folder full of like all the different ideas of different, movies, a lot of different portraits that I want to do. So I have a lot rolling out there. That's why I say it's tough, because I just like making them. I got to remind myself that I also have to sell them. So, but the good thing is that they have been selling. Some may sell faster than others. Like I tell a lot of people, when you follow me, I try to put it on maybe once a month to say, let everyone know, pay attention to my story, because some rugs will sell before I finish them. Some people will say, hey, I want that rug and it'll sell before I finish. A lot of the abstract rugs. So, but I got to remind myself I need to get more. I just started showing the behind the scenes. I did a time lapse of me making a rug, and that got a lot of, traction. It actually sold very, very quickly. I think I sold. I don't think I was finished that one, and that was sold. So I'm trying to get more into showing behind the scenes. I kind of was trying to stay away from kind of, showing my face, but kind of making more about the rugs. My wife's been pushing me, saying, "No, you need to start, getting in front of the camera." So
look again. I'm gonna say it again. Your wife be on it. Your wife be right. That's why we do AB Black Business Live. Mm-hmm. People buy things and they don't know who they're buying it from.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So the beautiful thing about us being entrepreneurs and us, starting out and us being like, hungry is that, you could tell your story. Mm-hmm. It's fresh and new, and someone can hear your story and be like, that's and connect with your story. Yeah. And be like, that's the person that that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to do black. He wanted to do black. I love black films. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So you have a film buff right now looking at this or watching it live, and we do replays. So that's another thing. So people can watch it live like tonight, right? Mm-hmm. Then people come and replay it on YouTube, or people you don't even know, like on Instagram, and be like, oh, I love movies, or I just built, because now everybody in the house still, they building these movie theaters in their home or movie sections, and they want the they want the movie posters and stuff like that. So I'm calling for a movie buff, okay?
Yeah.
Buy this Harlem nice
Yeah.
to have that plush in your corner will take you. Oh, okay, yup. Wives be knowing. Look, somebody said wives be knowing.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta stop fighting them. We push back a lot.
She said, great idea. I'm a tufter too. Somebody said they're a tufter too.
Nice.
Do the right thing, yup. That's it.
Yeah, do the right
do
thing
the
was
right
the
thing.
yeah.
Yup,
That was one of my
right
favorites
thing.
too. That the love hate was a favorite of mine.
That
was a
hate
favorite
is
of mine.
always gonna be off.
Yeah, it's like if you know, you know. It's like that's one of them. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And that's how Harlem Nights is. There's so many classic scenes. Just like this, just one of those movies, man.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you put it on there. I'm gonna put it all the way out there. I hope Eddie Murphy see it, child.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah,
Right,
me too.
Yeah, so listen, everybody, you're watching ABE Black Business Live, and we are shopping with Be More Tough. This is Jamal. He is giving us $20 off his beautiful art custom rugs. And this rug right here is on sale right now for $330. He's giving us $20 off. They're usually $350. We want you to shop tonight, this weekend, and forevermore with Be More Tough. Jamal.
Yeah.
Where are we going next?
So next we have another one here that called Love Being Me, and one that I love.
I know you probably sold 1 million of these. Like,
no. This is the first one I made that hasn't sold. So this one I made. That's why I said I gotta remind myself to put them out more and sell them more, because once I make them and I post them the first time, I never really post it again. Which I just gotta remind myself to do that more. But yeah, this is when I'm out, and that's why I say a lot of times the price. When I'm out vending, it's hard to kind of articulate, the labor that I put in, to making these rugs. Some people, you get the initial reaction of saying, wow, that's a rug, and they love it, but they don't kind of have the mindset of, well, there's going to be a cost, cost associated with it, to the degree that they, might think.
Can I recommend something?
Yeah.
Them time lapses that you do?
Yeah.
You know that? Get one of these and put it on your stand and just have it running. Like, just have your reels running on there so they can see what you do and how it's made.
Yeah. That's why I got to start doing more. It's just showing the behind the scenes.
Because that's beautiful. What's the name? So what's the name of this one?
So this is Love Being Me. So this is $240. So I'll sell it for $220 just for tonight. But yeah, so this is for the community here. This also comes with hooks on the back to hang it, if you choose to do so.
Oh, yeah. This is beautiful. Leave it right there, Jamal. Can you leave it? You right in the frame. Thank you. Just leave it right there.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. How fly is this? Brother, wait a minute. Just leave it right there, Jamal. Just reading the comments real quick. Brother, that's your craft. The right people will buy your product. I love it. We love it too. This was a good idea. Okay, to have the push. Okay, yes, y'all. If they want it, they will spend it. Yes, I think that when people see it and you're vending at certain places and it's not a high quality vending space, I think that's sometimes what it is. It's like they're not in the mind frame of it, if that makes sense. Sometimes people are just not in the mind frame. Now, if you're at something like Tashia's event, the first one I was like a person at the event. The second one I vended at the event, but the first one, you were in the mind frame because it was like fish scale. Okay, I'm paying like $180 for a sweatsuit. You get what I'm saying? Like it was like so you was in the mind frame. Now I'm going into a sneaker exhibit. You already know how much sneakers cost. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they have these dope vendors here. So like I'm in a mind frame of a certain thing. But when you vend at other places, you might have like a $15 candle lady. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that you're going over different amounts of money.
Yeah. And it's funny, as I've been doing this, I'm starting to learn the vending scene as well, and I'm starting to learn, which vending event, works for what I'm selling and actually what to actually bring. So I think I did a sneaker event, not to share another one I think I took 2 sneakers, but I did an event where, I realized that, I should have brought a rug that's more geared to the event, and then some is just like, now, like I say, it's a learning process. And once I'm learning that, You know, and I also realized that just because I don't sell a rug, I'm network with a lot. Networking,
Oh,
that's
ain't
one of
that
the
it?
things I love about it. I network with
Listen,
so many people.
listen to
Yeah,
share event. I have gotten so many dope people.
yeah.
Salute culture said, tell my brother I said what's up.
Oh yeah,
He was on the
appreciate it.
show. I met him at the
Okay.
speaker exhibit.
Yeah.
And then beautiful Riker. I wish you were here in Essence. Oh, you would have ate Essence up.
Oh
I
yeah.
wish you were here in Essence in New Orleans and do your pop up here. Yes.
Okay.
See, the thing about it is, thank you. Make sure you DM him the beautiful Riker. So you can start giving him different places that he can vend there. You understand what I'm saying? Show him, because we're not from here. We're up. Y'all down south, we up north.
Right.
So please, beautiful Riker, DM him and give him some places if there's any dope pop-ups. And then it said, this is one of my faves. Oh,
Okay.
yes. I love this. So put it up again, Jamal. I'm sorry, I got to keep on having you standing, but it fits so good in this frame. Love being me. Sister got the hoops on. You know how I feel about hoops, y'all. You know we the originator of the hoop. Don't let them Kardashians take our style and our swag. We the originator of hoop earrings. She got her afro is picked out to the T. She got her lashes on. Don't front. He ain't leave the lashes off. The lashes is popping. She got look. She got on her red lip. Do you understand what it is? She got her red lip on. The earrings, the hoops match the lipstick. She is a nice chocolate color black sister because we come in all shades. And then he put that pink on the back to make that joint pop. Listen to what I'm saying, y'all. This is all of that. Oh man, this is all of that. I don't know how. Yeah, hoops all day. Look, hoops all day. Jamal, put that up. Everybody is liking this.
So I gotta let me. I have for the sneakerheads. I have. Let me grab this one real quick.
Yep. So the Love Being Me is $220. It is usually $240. Jamal is being gracious to us, ABE, tonight, and he is giving us $20 off his beautiful art couture rugs. And look at that. We got an Air Max. Who like Air Max? Who got a sneaker room? Who got sneaker room?
Yeah.
Who got a sneaker room? How much is the Air Max?
So the Air Max is typically $180, and I'll let it go for $160.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need my sneakerheads to report to the building. Where's my microphone? I need my sneakerheads to report to the building. Leave it up, Jamal. I love that your items are fitting right in the frame and you can see them. Oh my goodness. How long did this one take?
So this one probably took maybe 20 hours. And it's weird. I kind of look at these as this didn't take that long, maybe 15 to 20. This one, the sneakers, the ones I've done so far, doesn't require that much attention to say like an Astro Rug or the Harlem Nights. But yeah, so this one was fun to do. I made a matching one the same. So I'm not a sneakerhead, but I've learned that these are the Air Max patties. And I made a orange and black that sold at a sneaker event I did last year. So this is the other one that I have with it. So
anybody loves sneakers on this joint? Any sneakerheads, raise your hands. This would look good in your room that you keep your sneakers in. This is
$160. Hooks on the back.
And look at the hooks. This is $160, usually $180. We're getting $20 off. Now, can I ask you something, Jamal? Can they find this online, or do they have to DM you? Like, can they buy these online?
So they can buy these on my website at bemoretoughh.com. If you're on tonight, just shoot me a DM if it's something that you want, and let me know that you were on the live, and I can give you the discounted price. But any other day, most on my website, most of everything is listed as sold out. I had everything as wasn't sold out. I just put in the comments in the description that it just will take 2 or 3 weeks to recreate. But I'd rather just list it as sold out and just have people send me a message, because I don't want people to pay for something and I could be 2 or 3 orders in and it takes even longer. So I just have people send me a custom order form, and pretty much anything on my website that want to have recreated, I can, unless it's tagged like one of one.
Okay.
That I don't recreate. But pretty much, I think it's only one that it's one. I think it's a Lauryn Hill one. The first Lauryn Hill one I did is a one of one, but the rest can be remade.
Yeah, and them Erykah Badu, she even know if you shop on Erykah Badu's site, it's a lot of Erykah Badu's. It's a lot of different.
Yeah.
Like
And I'm trying
to change up so damn much. She even know it. I'm like, I got this shirt of Erykah. Like,
yeah,
you got a lot of different Erykah's, boo. So
I'm trying to find the right one for her because she's a huge Erykah Badu fan, and I'm trying to find the right image for her to really recreate. And it's some that, like I say earlier, that that I did find some. They just at that time was out of my skill set. Now I will revisit it at this point because after I do each one, I get better by each one. So I do want to revisit some of the ones that I saved earlier. That's seeing if if it's doable at this point.
Yeah, and I would just recommend that you go to her website because she got T-shirts of herself. And what I'm saying to you is, it's a lot of different.
Yeah.
So maybe you could be like, oh, that's what my kid. I could do that one.
Right.
She probably had to do the same thing you did.
Right.
And see which one she could put on the shirt because it's kind of the same thing. You got to put it in Photoshop. It got to look right on the shirt.
Yeah.
So these, listen, y'all. Air Max is 160. Put that up again. I'm 12 minutes over, so I'm gonna give you your time back. Reclaim your time, Jamal.
Okay.
So that one is 160. This is the Air Max, y'all. So all my sneakerheads, we got an Air Max. Red that Biggie and Temple. Y'all, okay. So that's 160. Can you put up the I Love Being Me? And then this one is the I Love Being Me. And this one is $20 off as well. It is $220. She is fab, y'all. Put this in your room where you do your makeup at. Put this in front of your vanity. Put this on the wall of your vanity. Because usually when you wet your vanity, it doesn't get a lot of space, like a walk-in traffic. So this is beautiful for that, ladies. So I Love Being Me. This is awesome. Now let's do the Harlem Nights.
Yep.
And then the Harlem Nights is going to be $330 because it's usually $350. And look at all that art. I mean, it looked like Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor sitting up there. So that took a lot of time and effort, and it's a lot of skill that goes into this. So it is $330. We're getting $20 off tonight. DM Jamal, let him know you seen this ABE Black Business Live, so you get your $20 off. But I really want you to shop with him tonight, this weekend, and forevermore. Think about him for baby showers, baby shower gifts. Think about him for these great abstract paintings that he's doing, that he loves to do. Really start thinking about him for these custom, because his custom, I mean, it was closed up last month. Am I lying?
Yeah. I had to shut it down. So I kind of like, sometimes I want to make sure that, I'm staying on task and getting the deliverables to people that, when they order. So sometimes I might get back, like really around like Christmas. A lot of times well, not a lot of times. It was just one Christmas that passed, but I had to stop taking orders to kind of focus. So sometimes it depends on the commission, because at the rate right now, I'm probably maybe doing 1 or 2 rugs a week. And then life happens. So sometimes I'm not able to meet that. But I kind of let, if you do place an order with me, I kind of, even though I may say 7 to 10 business days or 2 weeks, 9, mostly it takes much shorter time than that. But like I said, I just give myself grace period in case life happens. So, in case, I can't really get to it. So, it is faster than that.
Jamal, hang your rugs back up behind you. Yep. We're about to end, but it's new people coming in. Everybody, you're watching ABE Black Business Live. Tonight, we have Jamal of Be More Tough. These custom art pieces you can hang, or you could put in a low traffic area because they are artistic rugs. So right now we're getting $20 off because he is being generous to ABE. You can go on his website, let him know that you want to purchase, so he can give you the $20 off, y'all. I mean, these are beautiful, awesome saws. So please Go shop with him today, this weekend, and forevermore. We also have an Air Max sneaker. And for all my sneakerheads, when I say put this in your sneaker closet, your sneaker room, so fly. Put this in your kids' room. This will look fly in your kids' room too.
Yeah.
So fly, so fly, so fly. And just amazing, just
Yeah.
amazing, just
I've
amazing.
I've done a few sneakers for parents and their kids. So yeah.
Yeah. I see it. So listen, I took 7 minutes from you, Jamal. I always let our guests just lead us out. So lead us out.
So I first thank you for having me on here. I just want to give you a shout out, especially the content that you put together for this live is amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. I appreciate the platform that you allowed me to, to present on tonight. And I want to say thanks to everybody that's been supporting me, family, friends. If there's anything that you see that you like, shoot me a DM. Or if there's, I know you said earlier, I can't see the comments, but you said earlier that there was someone that made rugs on here as well. I'm an open book. If you have any questions, if you make rugs and you want to, hit me up, I'll answer your question as fast as I can. What I know, I don't have answers for everything, but, if anything that I can help you with, well, I can point you in the right direction, to kind of help you. So, again, thanks again for having me. Visit me on BeMoreTough.com. This month makes a year, so I do plan on doing, some special things this month. Just look out for that, and you can find me on any social media app under Be More Tough, BMoreTuft.
How many God has been so good.
Yeah.
How many do you think that you've done in a year?
Well, that's a great question. I used to know this, but I guess I want to say, that's a good question. Maybe 30, I think. Maybe more. Because some I've redone. I want to say 30 maybe. I can't. It may be more than that. I'm not even sure at this point. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up and see.
Get your auntie on. Just text me. DM me because it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like you're we could always pick at what we do, and we could always see what we do wrong. But in a whole year, look how far you've gotten.
Yeah.
It's people that have been in business all for longer than you. They haven't had like Wallow or celebrities or this connection. What you're doing is different. Even though I think you said other people do it, nobody does it like you, right? And then it's different, and you have a pause on the culture. Like you have a pause on what we want. Like Harlem Nights is like you gotta know, you gotta be us to know what Harlem Nights means to us. You get what I'm trying to say?
No, I follow.
So even the abstract, Basquiat, it's even the abstract that you're getting into. It's just amazing. So keep going, brother. Shout out to your wife and your kids, everybody. This is ABE Black Business Lion, and we is out.
Thank you. Take care. Thank you so much.